Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to our evening of information. I look at this evening as a way to understand what our system is all about and what our products are about and how they're going to work for you. So if you're on here because you're curious about our system, then you're in the right place. If you just want a little bit more information on a few products, then you're also in the right place. And if you want to hear some great stories from people who've been using the products, then you're in the right place too. So, Belle, just moving on to the next slide, I'd like to introduce you to before I do that, I'll just go back to that slide. The integrity slide is all about us doing things the right way. I've been with Isagenix over 15 years, and for me, it is really important that I protect our amazing company. And so, in the area of our weight loss stories, just know that everybody is different. And so it's important that you understand that it's following the program that makes it work. And also, we don't treat, diagnose, or cure anything. Yeah, that's our integrity slide. The next one is introducing the three of us. So many of you already know me, and I'll tell my story in a few minutes. But Belinda and Rachel are two of the most amazing women for me to share this evening with. And Rachel, being in Brisbane, has a great background in both health and well-being and also in our industry. And Belinda is from Perth and has a family who she's just taken to Japan. Incredible what you've done, Belle. So great to have you both on. And they've got great health stories, both of them. So they definitely are a product of the product. So you will hear their stories in a minute. So thanks, guys. My story is that over 15 years ago, I started popping these products in my body and already started to notice a few differences. But it wasn't until I was offered the opportunity to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. I was 53 at the time, and I was unfit, unhealthy, and overweight. And I really wanted to summit that mountain. And so I reached out to my friend and naturopath, Jennifer Jeffries, and said to her, I probably need to do the full 30-day program properly. And she agreed, and we got started. And after that, within a couple of months, 2 to 3 months, I lost around 13 kilos. But the biggest part of, and I did summit Mount Kilimanjaro, but the biggest part of my story is the fact that I've never put that weight back on. And now, as you can see in that picture there, I've turned into a crazy runner, and I am about to run 100 miles in New Zealand in about 10 days' time. So at 66, I think that's a good testimony for the product. So, moving on, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to give any of our guests who are on here. So, if you're on here as a guest, the person who invited you will ask you for your address and make sure you give it to them so you get one of these cool packs sent out. And the other thing is that we're going to talk about habits. So it's amazing how if you actually um, introduce just a few different habits on a regular basis, then you will find that you're able to start to change things. So we're going to run through a few of the key habits that we know make a difference. Combining those with using our program, you're onto a winner. So over to Rachel.
Thank you, Heather. So this is me. I've always been fairly slim, but my problem was I had a really, really unhealthy gut and a very unhealthy relationship with food. In fact, that I used to live on really bad food, coffee, Diet Coke, all that kind of stuff. So consequently, I didn't have a lot of muscle tone. My gut health was really bad, and in turn, there's a nerve called the vagus nerve that goes from your gut to your brain, and everything that you eat it is connected to your brain and your mental health and everything that you feel and think and do. So I wasn't in a great place mentally there for a little while. And it wasn't until Heather introduced me to these products and I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Like I said, didn't need to lose weight, but I just was not healthy at all. I was so stressed. My cortisol was through the roof. I was going through a really difficult time with my business and my family. And I tried the products, and I honestly felt about day 5, I thought, oh my God, I just feel like I did when I was 8 years old. Like, I don't know if any of you remember back when they were a kid, you had all this energy, you felt healthy, just the positive energy coming out of me was so different. And I realized that's because a couple of things. One of the first things was the protein that I was putting into my body that my body hadn't been getting for the last God knows how many years. The other thing was cleansing, and that means removing toxins. So I've been putting lots of toxins into my body. My hormones had been helping with those toxins, and also the cortisol, high cortisol was creating that as well. So once I detoxed, got rid of the toxins, everything started to work correctly. It was just next level good. Like, it's really hard to explain. And I just, you really just got to give it a go and understand how incredible this system is. So as I mentioned, one of the things a lot of people aren't doing, and I wasn't doing it either, I wasn't eating enough protein, like not nearly enough. The correct amount of protein for most women, even if they're not really doing a lot of exercise, is 2 grams per kilo of body weight per day. Now, that is a lot. When you think about an egg, has 6 grams of protein. And the easiest way to work it out is to think about your kilos and then double it. We're not getting enough, and that impacts every cell in our body, and also your longevity, your muscle health, a whole bunch of things which can lead to dementia and other diseases later on in life. But toxins is a massive thing as well, because every time we eat something, it has toxins in it. The great thing about Isagenix, and one thing I love so much about these products, is we know that there's no toxins in, no heavy metals, no PCBs, no dioxins, nothing that is going to be bad for you. It's all pure. And that means when you have something pure going into your body, it helps push out the bad stuff. And cortisol, of course, if you're not eating properly, you can't manage your stress, and it's all just a vicious cycle. So those 3 things were impacting me so much. And when I changed that, it was incredible.
Thanks, Rach. Here are my results. I have joined Isagenix 6.5 years ago. And when I joined, I thought I was doing everything right, gluten-free, dairy-free, going to the gym, but I didn't have the energy. 3 o'clock would hit and I'd have to have a cup of coffee to get through the afternoon school routine, dinner, bed, all that. And a friend introduced me to the premium pack, which is now the ultimate pack. And I started on that. And literally, you can see my reaction after my cleanse day. So much inflammation was lost, and my system just started working naturally like it should. I learned the right foods to fuel my body, obviously the protein, removing the toxins, which really helped with the inflammation, water, and I've been able to really increase my exercise and performance and recovery, where I'm now a runner, which I never used to be, and going to the gym and things like that. So I absolutely love this program. I am a certified nutritionist, and I don't write meal plans for people because I know the best result is coming from doing a 30-day reset, which really is such a simple system to implement into a busy life. And so Rachel spoke about protein, toxins, and cortisol levels. Another few areas which I highly recommend if you're really wanting to shift habits and get the best results is hitting 3 liters of water a day. When you wake up, start with 500 mils of water. Now, that's maybe even adding some electrolytes in as well, and moving your body. Walking is so powerful. If you cannot go to the gym and do strength training, which I highly encourage you to do, walking is a 30-minute walk. Everyone can fit in 30 minutes a day. And I encourage you to even minimum 10,000 steps a day. Now, if you're not doing that, then a 20-minute walk can help you meet that. So, Heather, back to you.
Mhm. Yes, I love everything that these guys have shared. And one of the things that I've noticed with our program is that these are the kind of results that you get. So you've heard from both those stories, but I just want to reinforce reduced inflammation is something. And I'm going to get Selena, who you can see in the picture, just to give us a couple of sentences in a second of just sharing how these things have related to her. Balancing your hormones, feeling better within yourself because those hormones are all balanced. Your healthy gut. We all know that sort of bloated feeling when you're not feeling good. And to get that healthy gut is a huge byproduct of our program. Weight loss, I love to think that's not our aim, but it's a result that happens. So it's amazing how some people will tell us that they've dropped weight and they didn't even realize that they needed to drop weight. Better sleep, well, we all need that, and it helps with our longevity and to have less cravings, so you're not heading for the chocolate or the savory snacks or that cheese platter, and increased energy, and of course building lean muscle, which is such an important thing, not only for just being able to exercise and look good, but also for longevity. So Selena, what would be the key ones of these that have affected you?
All of that. All of that was me. And as you can see by the photos, the massive difference. And I did not realize, I think, to the extent of exactly how much was really going on. I just thought it was a few simple little things, the bloat and the hormones, maybe a little bit on the gut health side. Now, after doing the system, and yeah, obviously that last photo, great result. I've lost 11 kilos in total since that first picture. And you do get stuck in the mindset of, you're coming into perimenopause, it's just your hormones, you've just got to deal with it. I did have a little boy there. He's still little, but he was a lot younger. So, post-pregnancy baby weight, age factor as well. And yeah, just I think, typical rundown mum, and yeah, wasn't really into fitness a lot. I did try to get back into it, but that didn't really work out. You kind of fall off the wagon. But again, fueling my body with all these amazing products gives me the motivation to go and do that. I love Pilates. That's my thing. And now, as you can see, also, yeah, the inflammation has reduced dramatically. Hormones are really balanced. They're great. Husband has noticed a difference, so that's saying something.
That's good. Mood is improved.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, definitely, having the Ionics is fantastic because it really does help with, the stresses of the day. I have a lot of children, I have a big family, so it works really well. I never got good sleep as it was, obviously having a little one, but now I feel like I do get better sleep because I did start on a lot of the products whilst he was still little, and yeah, definitely improved lots of things. And the cravings don't have, crazy cravings anymore. Like chocolate was a thing for me, and yeah, now it's just like, no, thank you. I don't really feel like it.
Thanks, Selena. I'm going to jump in there because we've also got a Nicole who's going to share. I really appreciate that. These real live stories are so important so that you understand the impact this program has. So, Nicole, tell us your story. Look at those photos. Amazing.
Shocking photos to me. Every time I look at them, I think, wow. So 5 years ago, that was me on the left, really, really overweight, very, very unhealthy. And I was convinced by my GP to have gastric surgery. So that'll be 5 years ago in April. Dropped 42 kilos in about 9 months, really quickly. But that was great for about 12 months. And I started to regain weight, and I ended up regaining 12 kilos over almost a year, all because I hadn't learnt about nutrition. Totally my fault. I should have been doing my homework and learning about nutrition. But I'm a slow learner, but I always get there in the end. And fortunately, almost 2 years ago, was introduced to Isagenix by a friend. Firstly, to help with my awful perimenopausal symptoms, but then, Heather kept saying to me, you need to do a reset, you need to do a reset. And when I realised I'd regained those 12 kilos, Dean and I both jumped into a 30-day reset. So very pleased to say that, almost 2 years later, I've also lost those 12 kilos plus more. I'm about 15 kilos gone now, thanks to Isagenix, and I've still got a way to go. I've still got about 20 kilos to lose, but I'm so much healthier. And talking about that, the new habits, I've been walking every morning. I get up at 5:30 and I meet my mum down the park a couple of kilometres away, and we walk it's about 50 minutes every morning. And if you had said to me 18 months ago, Nicole, you're going to get up really early every morning, even on the weekends, and walk for nearly an hour, I would have thought you were crazy. So new habits are so good. And now, on the very rare occasion I miss that morning walk, I really miss it. And all day I'm thinking, I really want to go for a walk. So, creating those new habits, so important. And, who knew that walking every day would help in so many ways, not just physically, but mentally. Like, I feel so much better and clearer and more productive when I have that morning walk. Yeah, so big changes in 5 years, almost 5 years.
I love it. I love it. And definitely heading down the track of longevity, and your future self will thank you.
Yep.
Okay, over to Belle.
I love that, Nicole, that you're hitting those steps. That's so good. Such a great way to start the morning. So the first thing that we're going to do when you start the program is we reset your metabolism. We really want to, calm your body down, lowering the cortisol, lowering that inflammation, really helping in the gut as well, so that we can heal your body and get it working naturally like it should. So there are three pillars that we focus on, and it's, focusing on anti-inflammatory nutrition. So, lots of beautiful green leafy vegetables, grains, chicken, salmon, fish, all these beautiful seeds, nuts, all those things, avocados. And then we're going to be, naturally rebalancing and lowering your cortisol with an adaptogenic herb that we incorporate into the program. And then doing a deep cleanse 1 day per week. Now, you can see this result here. This is just 6 kilos of visceral fat, which is the belly fat that has been released. Now, that's when your cortisol's high, your hormones are out, your gut is imbalanced, probably your mood and your energy and your sleep, and you probably got brain fog as well. All those things are all interconnected and really show up viscerally in that area, and visually you can see. So I love that there's such a flow and effect with that reset. And so this is what our 30-day reset looks like. It has our Isagenix shake, where you can supplement the protein in, a natural accelerator, the Ionic Supreme, which is the daily adaptogenic herb shot that you take. Isoflash is my non-negotiable every night, 2 tablets. Really helps with your digestive system and healing that. You get some Isagenix snacks, and the Cleanse for Life, which is helping to detoxify. And then this is what a shake day looks like. So starting the morning with the Ionics, breakfast, a shake and an accelerator, mid-morning snack, which we really get you to focus on protein, and anti-inflammatory nutrition. Lunch for a shake again, and you can swap that for dinner as well, which a number of people do. And dinner, we're really looking at having a really balanced meal. Ideally, I like people hitting around, just around the 600 calorie meal, and really focusing on protein, half a plate of veggies. I want to see veggies are like low volume, high volume that you can eat a lot of, but low calories. So they're so good for you and they fill you up, especially when you're trying to be in a calorie deficit. They're so good. And some grains as well, healthy fats, a really balanced meal, and 2 Isoflash before bed, and you'll have the best sleep. Now, here are some examples of some of the amazing meals that you can have. At the top there, we've got some Greek yogurt with our protein bar, some strawberries, banana, like chili con carne and Mexican wraps and Buddha bowls are really great family meals that you can have. That's one of the biggest things is families, mums are like, oh, I don't want to do this because I really enjoy having the family meal. You can eat and adapt whatever you can. It's great. And zucchini muffins, chia puddings, broccoli salads are one of our favorites, and the overnight oats as well, and the banana bites. If you haven't tried that, you definitely have to get the recipe. And so I'll throw back to Rachel.
Okay, so there is 3 pillars on the 30-day reset, and one of those pillars is a stress reduction or and that is mostly handled by an incredible product called Ionix Supreme and also Cleanse for Life, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Ionix is really an incredible way to start the day, herbs, botanicals, and adaptogens, and it helps calm your body down. So what tends to happen is whenever you go on a diet or change the way you eat, your body can be a bit stressed about that because things are different and it thinks you're trying to starve it. So Ionix is a very good start to the day. And then on the next slide, I think you can see the cleanse day. So Belle went through the shake day, and a cleanse day is a little bit different. It involves drinking the Cleanse for Life, which is full of beautiful herbs and adaptogens as well, and burdock root to make your skin glow. And people will often say to you on a cleanse day, wow, your skin looks great, which is to do with the cleanse. So it's very, very good for you. And it's basically drinking the cleanse juice 4 times a day, and you have little Scooby snacks. I call them Scooby snacks. They're actually called isogenic snacks, but they look like the old Ovaltinis you used to get when you were a kid. You might not be old enough to remember that, but I do. And they contain small amounts of chromium, which stops you craving, but also little amounts of protein, fat, and carbs, so you don't get lightheaded and feel like you're starving. And it's just a matter of getting through the entire day. You still have your natural accelerator, Ionix, Isoflash. In that graphic, there's some other multivitamins that you could take if you wanted to as well. Okay, so if you're new here and you're thinking, I want to get started, how do you get started? We've got a few different packs. So we always like you to start on a pack because it gives you the best possible outcome. All the products are designed to work together. If a reset isn't on the cards right now, but you're really looking at hydration and skin health, the collagen packs are to die for as well. So there's just a snapshot of some options for you, but make sure you chat to the person that invited you onto this call and they can tell you more about what's going to work for you. We do have a special event offer for new people that do place an order of over 205 AUD or more. They get my favorite mango mimosa BEA sparkling energizing drinks. These are just like a giant e-shot, but they taste like a cocktail and they're fizzy and delicious. And you're getting those for free, valued at $57. So